Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to another live news special here from Majlis Khuddamul Ahmadiyya National Ijtema 2021, taking place here at the Old Park Farm in Kingsley. This Ijtema holds particular significance for Atfal who were unable to attend Jamaat UK this year, therefore making this event the first major national event Atfal have been able to attend since the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic. The Ijtema organizers have made sure to keep the Atfal busy with various activities and other things. So we have a report for you showcasing and highlighting the activities of Atfal at this year's National Ijtema.
फूल तुम पर फरिश्ते निछावर करे और कुशादा तरक्की की राह करे फूल तुम पर फरिश्ते निछावर करे और कुशादा तरक्की की राह करे आए वो दिन के हम जिनकी चाहत में गिनते थे दिन अपनी तस्कीन जा के लिए फिर वो चेहरे हवेदा हुए जिनकी यादें कयामत थी कल्बे तपा के लिए आए वो दिन के हम जिनकी चाहत में गिनते थे दिन अपनी तस्कीन जा के लिए फूल तुम पर फरिश्ते निछावर करे और कुशादा तरक्की की राह करे आए वो दिन के हम जिनकी चाहत में गिनते थे दिन अपनी तस्कीन जा के लिए
That was a short report about the activities of Atfal Ahmadiyya at this year's National Ijtema. We are now joined by Farhad Sahib, who is serving as Mohtamim Atfal. Assalamu alaikum Farhad Sahib, and Jazakallah for joining us.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Farhad Sahib, as we mentioned earlier, this is the first major national event that Atfal have been able to attend personally and physically to be here. What are their feelings and how do they feel about actually attending the Ijtema?
Yeah, I would certainly say that having had a lot of classes virtually, they haven't seen each other for a very long time in person. Obviously in virtual classes, Atfal get to speak to the teacher, but they don't really get to communicate with one another that much. So for them to come here, I've just been noticing around that a lot of Atfal are just, when I've spoken to them, one of the things that they've mentioned is that they really enjoy the fact that they have had the chance to meet each other. A lot of Atfal, even before the event, they were saying, I'm looking forward to football because you get to work and play together as a team, which again is something they haven't had the chance to do for a very long time. So you can see on their faces, you can see in their expressions as well, that one of the major things that they really were missing was the fact that they were able to get together and that element of brotherhood. Atfal, you know, they don't just learn from observing, but they also learn from taking part in things, and that's what was, you know, that brotherhood brings along with it as well.
With all the COVID restrictions in place, which we all have to follow, and that was one of the guidance of Hazrat Kingsley, may Allah be his helper, what are some of the activities in store for Atfal at this year's Ijtema, and were there any new additions to this?
Yeah, definitely the activities that go on, we continue them, the traditional Jamaat Ijtema activities, tilawat, nazam, academic competitions, that we carry them on with sports as well. Football is very popular, so we've done that. This year we've introduced dodgeball and a few other activities as well in terms of academics. There's a quiz which is happening this year. There's a Young Marvinine Championship where we're trying to, because it's the older Atfal 12 to 15 age category, we're trying to get them to realize how it is to do Khuddam duties and to make them feel like a part of it, to know how it will feel when they attend Khuddam. So it's...
Yes, so just turning to this point that these Atfal are to become future Khadims and the helpers of Khilafat, inshallah. So how do events like this and these Ijtemas fulfill this purpose?
We're very fortunate, alhamdulillah, that we are in the UK and we're able to be in such close proximity to Huzur Anwar Idullah Ta'ala bin Asil Aziz. And that really, in the past year, Atfal Ahmadiyya UK has been so blessed that we've had 3 mulaqats with Huzur. And a lot of the Atfal who attend those mulaqats are here again. And speaking to them again, a lot of Atfal were coming up to me saying that or to our team members as well, saying that we were in the virtual mulaqat, but they're really looking forward to seeing Huzur now in person as well, because we're hoping and praying that we have this blessed opportunity. So that's a huge, the Ijtema is a place where everyone's, together, and everyone's young, and all the Atfal together are in the company of Khilaf and in the company of Huzur, and that really is a very unique experience.
And of course, talking about Huzur, Huzur directs and gives guidance to Khuddam, Lajna, Ansar. In regards to Atfal, what guidance has he given in regards to their teaching and their tarbiyat?
We've really benefited from the guidance Huzur has been given to the different Amla members across the world through the virtual mulaqats. Huzur gave guidance to the Mauritius Jamaat as well, in which Huzur mentioned how we should particularly focus on the older age category of 13 to 15-year-old Atfal. And generally as well throughout the year, we are very fortunate to receive guidance from Huzur Anwar bin Asil Aziz. In our virtual mulaqat, Huzur particularly mentioned how Atfal could learn the Holy Quran through competitions and do hifz through competitions. So that was something we're trying to incorporate. We've tried to do things like ahadith competitions, etc., to make Atfal learn the 40 ahadith and other things. So
definitely, Farhad Sahab, these mulaqats, virtual mulaqats, have been beneficial for not just Atfal, Khuddam, but all across the world, connecting us to Khilafat. Jazakallah once again for joining us. Dear viewers, this past year has seen many lockdowns across the world. Due to all these restrictions, Allah the Almighty opened new doors and avenues for the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, holding virtual events, ijtemas and mulaqats. Let's take a look at a short report about the activities of Khuddamul Ahmadiyya UK during the past year.
मौला मेरे कदीर मेरे किबरिया मेरे प्यारे मेरे हबीब मेरे दिलरुबा मेरे.
By the grace of Allah, Majlis Khuddamul Ahmadiyya UK is once again able to bring together Khuddam from all over the country for an Ijtema, an opportunity that the pandemic did not allow, at least physically, for 2 years. But, alhamdulillah, this never stopped the work of Khuddamul Ahmadiyya, where physical activities, meetings and events could not take place. All these were replaced by virtual meetings and sessions. Khuddam were able to benefit from Darsul Quran and other various teachings of their faith on a regular basis through various videos and interactive sessions. These then culminated into larger events, such as the 2-day virtual rally for 2020, an event enjoyed by thousands online. Majlis Khuddamul Ahmadiyya UK was also able to host events like the virtual iftar and the virtual Waqf-e-Nau rally, events that were not only highly appreciated in the UK, but across the world. Later, Atfalul Ahmadiyya also held a virtual event. One of the blessings that Majlis Khuddamul Ahmadiyya UK have had is their physical proximity to Hazrat Khalifatul Masih. But the pandemic took away any opportunity of continuing mulaqats with their beloved Imam, at least in the way they used to happen. Alhamdulillah, Allah the Almighty instead provided such a blessed opportunity that Huzur instead was able to visit Khuddam and Atfal in their own regions through the virtual mulaqats. With the start of 2021, these blessed virtual mulaqats continue. And this year, due to COVID, local ijtemas were replaced with virtual academic rallies throughout the country. They took place from January to March. At the time, it was not possible to hold local events while keeping Khuddam and Atfal safe. The theme of the ijtema was provided by Hazur Aqdas, the power of Durood Sharif. A total of 155 qiyadats held a virtual rally. In addition to academic competitions, there were keynote speeches and interactive sessions on the theme of the Ijtema. Each virtual rally was attended by at least one National Amla member. Sadr Sahib also joined sessions in 56 qiyadats, interacting with Khuddam directly. Leading up to the National Ijtema, with COVID restrictions being lifted and more Khuddam being vaccinated, on the long weekend of 28th to the 30th of August, regional hub events were held with permission of Huzur. Attendance was restricted to 12 to 40-year-olds. In these events, regions came together in 8 hub events across the country from Scotland to Islamabad. Strict COVID tests and vaccination requirements were in place, as well as mask requirements to keep attendees safe. The events consisted of sports events, academics and interactive discussions, Q&As and presentations to engage Khuddam in the first larger scale Khuddam events after a long period. Interesting discussions were held on addiction, mental health and COVID. There were also sessions of Ask a Murabbi and sessions covering the theme of the Ijtema, Durood Sharif. Khuddam enjoyed the events and being able to meet their Khuddam and Atfal brothers in person after a long time.
जो तुमसे मांगता हूँ वो दौलत तुम ही तो हो.
That was a short report about the activities of Majlis Khuddamul Ahmadiyya last year. Many Khuddam and Atfal had the opportunity and was in the honour of being in the presence of Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Ayyadahullah Ta'ala bin Nasr Aziz virtually. Tomorrow, inshallah, Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Ayyadahullah Ta'ala bin Nasr Aziz will grace the Ijtema with his presence and deliver the concluding address. The address will broadcast live on MT International at 3:30 p.m. BST time, so make sure to tune in for this live address. We will also be bringing you live updates from the Ijtema tomorrow at 12 p.m. and 6 p.m. BST time, so tune in for live updates from the Ijtema site. Until then, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.